Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Cupisz, and I'm one of the co-founders of ACN. Before I get started, I would like to ask you all a question. Have you ever wondered what separated those individuals who create huge businesses for themselves and everybody else? You know, the ones we all hear about, the stories, those people that create incredible incomes, amazing lifestyles. What do they do different? Now, we all know that there's many factors that goes into success. But I can tell you that one thing that all top performers in ACN have in common is that they took the time to learn and clearly understand the ACN compensation plan. Now, why is that? There's many reasons. But first of all, the more you understand it, the more motivated you're going to be about your business that you're building in the beginning, in the middle, and especially long term. The second thing is you to fully optimize what this plan can offer you. There's going to be some minimum requirements that you must achieve, and there's going to be some goals that you're going to choose to achieve. So the more you understand the plan, the more you can focus your efforts, you can optimize your time, and you can hit your goals more quickly. So I'm going to spend time sharing with you now the ACN compensation plan. So let's get started. When you look at the plan, the way I'd like to tell people to think of this is think of it as your business plan. We all heard that to have a successful business, you should follow a successful business plan. So here's your goals. When you get started, you're considered an IBO, you got your online store set up. Now you're able to get customers and start building a team. So what do? Just follow this plan. Your first goal is to become CQ. That stands for customer qualified. Then after you achieve that, set your next goal. To ETL, that's executive team leader, then RC, regional coordinator, RD, regional director, and the top two earned positions in ACN is regional vice president and senior vice president. Now, a couple things happen when you move to the right. Number one, your business is growing, and number two, your compensation is increasing. So as your business is growing and you get these promotions, we're actually paying you more on the business that you're building as an incentive to move to the right. Now, when you look at the ACN income and how you earn it, there's basically two ways that you earn income. You earn personal income, and this is the income that you earn by acquiring personal customers, the customers that you acquire. Okay, and you earn not only upfront money, but you earn long-term income. And then the other way is by building a team. And when your team acquires customers, you can earn income. You can earn upfront income and long-term income. So this is the way the ACN compensation plan works. Now, if you look at it, there's basically 5 components. The first is fast start bonuses. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because this is something that is over and above ACN's normal compensation. We offer this to brand new IBOs that get started. And basically, we're giving them a simple goal to achieve within the first 30 days of their start date. And if they do it, we're going to give them an extra bonus for doing so. So it's great. It's great for the new IBO that gets started. They can get off to a fast start. They can earn some income right away. And the second reason fast start bonuses are good, it's great for you. You know, every single month that we offer this fast start bonus, that's basically something you can offer to every new person joining your team to get them motivated, to give them an incentive to get off to a fast start and to do the things that you would like them to do quickly. So I'll spend time in the next 4. The next one is personal monthly customer bonuses. This is the upfront bonuses that you can earn every month by acquiring a certain amount of customers. And then when those customers pay their bills every month, you get number 3, and that's personal residual income. And then number 4 is overriding customer acquisition bonuses, or CABs. Now, these are the bonuses that you can earn upfront when your team acquires customers, and then overriding residual income is what you earn when your team's customers pay their bills every single month. Now, before I get started, I just want you to know 2 things. One, that all the services that we offer, it's on a point system. So one service doesn't necessarily mean 1 point. On average, it can be 3 to 4 points, but we have services as high as 8 points. And the second thing I want you to know is a single customer can use multiple services. So by understanding this, you're going to see that everything I'm going to show you is obviously a lot more achievable. Now, first of all, why do we have a point system? Some of the services that we offer provide more value to you or the company, either in the form of revenue or profit, or there's some reason for that. And if there is a reason that a service provides more value, we're going to give you more points for that particular service. All right, so let me give you a visual or an example of what I'm talking about. So let's say here's a single customer. All right, now this customer, who is this? This could be your friend. It could be a neighbor. It could be a referral. It could be you, okay? Because you can be your own customer. Now, I'm not talking about an IBO. I'm talking about a single customer that decided to support you and use some of your services. Now, this is a great customer because they decided to use 4 of your services. They decided to become a Flash mobile customer, an IDSeal identity theft customer, Vivint security and automation customer, and Zoom gas customer. So we love this customer because they're using 4 of your services. But let's put the point value to this. Flash, this is a 3-point customer. The identity theft is 8 points. Vivint is 8 points, and gas is 1 point. Now check this out. If you add this up, that's 20 points. So you have a single customer, one customer, using 4 of your services, and that can add up to 20 customer points. So remember this as I show you the rest of the plan, because as you see the different point requirements and things that you're going to strive to achieve, you can see it's clearly easier to do it, knowing that a single customer can use more than one service, and these services can be worth clearly more than 1 point. All right, so let's first start talking about the personal monthly customer bonuses. This is the upfront bonuses you earn in your first 30 days and each and every calendar month, okay? And here's how it works. When you acquire customers totaling 5 services and 10 points, you will earn $200 upfront. And for every additional 3 services and 6 points, we'll give you an additional $200. So again, imagine your first 30 days or any calendar month, you go off and start acquiring customers. I'll add it up for you. Let's say next month you acquired customers totaling 5 services. You can clearly see you would earn $200 up front. Now get a few more, get 3 more, you're at 8 services. Now you'll earn $400, get 3 more, now you're up to $600. Now, the great thing about these fast start bonuses are a couple things. Number one, this is quick money. So if somebody wants to get out there and work and start making some quick money, this is available to them in their first 30 days and every single calendar month. And we release these bonuses weekly. So as earned, they are released. The second great thing about these upfront monthly customer bonuses is there's no limit to how many customers you can acquire in any given month. So upfront money is great for obvious reasons, but what's even more exciting is that long-term personal residual income. Now that you signed up these customers, now when they pay their bills every single month, you will earn between 3 and as high as 20% on all the commissionable revenue generated by all of your personal customers. So the normal and quick question I usually get from somebody is, how do I get to the 20%? And it's a sliding scale. The more customers you acquire, the higher of a percentage you can earn. And I'll break that down for you now. When you personally acquire customers totaling between 1 and 39 customer points, you will be earning 3%. That's the lowest you'll earn. But as soon as you go over 40 personal customer points, we're going to increase that to 5%. When you're over 60 personal customer points, we increase it to 10%. 100 and more is 14%. 150 and more is 17%. And when you personally acquire customers totaling 200 or more customer points, you are now at the 20% level. Now, what I want you to know about this is, first of all, you can work at your own pace. And the reason I say that is because, every time you get an increase, let's say from 3 to 5 or 5 to 10, all the way up to 20%, I want you to know that we not only apply that increase to your new and future customers, we apply it to every customer you've ever acquired, going right back to the very first one. So once you get to the 20% level, you're getting that on all of your customers. So just know that over time, as you're accumulating customers, eventually you're going to get to the 20% level. What I love about personal residual income is that, how can you not get excited about the fact that every single time you get an additional customer, or maybe you help one of your existing customers get a second service or a third service. Think about it. You're increasing your customers, you're increasing the services that you're getting paid on. You're also increasing your percentage, you're increasing your revenue. Therefore, you're increasing your residual income. It almost feels like every time you get a new customer, you're kind of giving yourself a little bit of a raise over what you were earning previously. So it's just exciting to know that you can build this business over time and you can build that nice reoccurring residual income. All right, now let's talk about overriding residual income. Now, this is what you can earn when your team acquires customers. And here's how it works. You get between 3 and 20% of your customers, as I just showed you. But if you build a team of other people that get started and become independent business owners, AC will pay you through 5 levels of growth. And each level, you will earn 4% of those IBO's customers. So first of all, just so for anyone that's new to this, what is a level? I just want you to clearly understand what that is. If you personally introduce someone to ACN and they like the opportunity and want to get started just like you would be considered their sponsor. So those individuals would fall on your level 1. The first thing I want you to know is there's no limit to how many people you can personally introduce. You can introduce 1 person, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no limit. And since you introduced them, they're all on your level 1 and you're getting 4% of all their customers. Now, keep in mind, these individuals have the same exact compensation plan you do. They get up to between 3 and 20% of their customers, just like you do. And they also get paid through 5 levels of developing their own team. So everybody here has the exact same incentive to get customers and build a team. Now, if they choose to do so and they introduce someone to the business, someone you may know, someone you may not know, but they would be their sponsor and those individuals would fall on your level 2 and so on. That's what levels look like. So let me give you a visual of what maybe your team would look like as you're building it. So let's say you just got started, you're excited about your business and you went out and you started acquiring some customers. So let's say you acquired customers totaling 20 services. Great. Now you're going to start building a team. And let's say you introduce some people to ACN and you had 3 people decide to get started just like you. And they all became IBOs. They're all starting to build their business and each of them went out and they started acquiring customers just like you. So one of them acquired 2 customers. One of them acquired customers totaling 18 services and one of them acquired customers totaling 8 services. So what's great about building a team is these are customers you may never meet. But guess what? When they pay their bills every single month, you're going to get paid 4% of the commissionable revenue generated by those customers. So here, by having 3 people join your team, you have 28 additional services that you're getting paid on. Now, let's just take it to another level. These people start introducing people for the same reason you did. Each of them, let's say, started acquiring some customers. So you have 5 additional IBOs that join your team. IBOs you may know, you may not know. Customers you may know, you may not know, but when they pay their bills every single month, guess what? You're getting paid. So here you have 48 additional services on your team. Let's take it to another level. So as you can see, no one's doing a lot. These IBOs are introducing 1, 2, or 3 people. You have some IBOs that didn't even build a team. But here you have 6 additional IBOs that joined in your level 3. They all acquired some customers. You have 67 additional services that you're getting paid on. Let's take it just one more level. Okay, you have 9 additional IBOs in your level 4, and they all acquired some customers. So now you have 88 additional services that you're getting paid on. See, the thing I want you to look at here, here's why I wanted to show you this. What makes this business grow is that it's not about one person doing a lot. It's about a lot of us doing a little bit. But you can see it starts to add up to a lot. So in this example, no one person acquired that many customers. No one person introduced that many people to the business, but you've accumulated between you and your team 24 IBOs, and collectively you've accumulated 251 services that you're getting paid on every single month. So when you look at this, just imagine what this can grow to be over time. Now I'm showing you 24 IBOs on your team. I'm sure that you and them are not going to want to stop. So as each of you continue to introduce people to the business, imagine creating momentum. When I use that word momentum, the question is how many new IBOs are joining your team every day, every week, every month. So imagine as everybody's working together, not just having 24 IBOs on your team. How would you like it if one day you had 24 new IBOs joining every single month or more, right? And that's the whole goal, is how much momentum can you create in this business? Now, for you to be paid through all 5 levels, there is a minimum requirement. So I'll break that down for you now. For you to be paid through your level 1 and level 2, you will need to have 25 personal customer points. For you to be paid through 4 levels, you will need 50 personal customer points. And for you to be paid through all 5 levels, you will need 75 personal customer points. So obviously you have time to do this as you're building your team. What I do want you to understand is when I show you this 75 personal customer points, it's not different than the 200 customer points I showed you earlier. Remember, I showed you how you needed up to 200 points to get your 20%. So it's the same points. If you had 200 or more personal customer points, you're clearly over 75. So you're not only qualified for your 20%, you are qualified to be paid through all 5 levels. But what I want you to know is on your journey to get your 200 or more personal customer points, once you're at 75 or more, you will always be paid through all 5 levels on all the customers and all the commissionable revenue generated on your team. I want you to know that because when we designed this compensation plan, the one thing that we don't like personally is companies or jobs that have what we call quotas. Let's say weekly or monthly quotas. There's a lot of opportunities out there that, they show you a great commission schedule, but they require you to do a certain amount of business every 30 days. And that just doesn't feel good to us. So we say, when you have 75 or more personal customer points, at that point, we don't care how little you work or how much you choose to work, you're going to get paid on the business that you built. All you have to do is get to 75 or more and maintain that. Okay. Now let's talk about how much you can earn. People always ask, how much can I earn in residual income in my business? And the answer to that question is simple. It's just based on how big of a business you build. The more IBOs you have on your team, the more customers acquired by you and your team, the more revenue you're going to generate. Therefore, the more residual income you can earn. The sky is the limit. All I want you to do is think about what this can grow to be over time. Okay. Now let's talk about the last thing. It's overriding customer acquisition bonuses. I saved this for last because this is where you're going to generate a lot of your income as you're waiting for that residual income to grow. And now the customer acquisition bonuses, or CABs, these are designed really for the people that want to build big businesses. And basically you're going to get paid upfront bonuses when you build a team of other people who get customers. I'm going to break that down for you. So here I'm going to show you exactly how the plan works, how to achieve these positions and the benefit for doing so. All right. Now, if we stop here, everything I've showed you up to this point, you learn how to get, upfront customer bonuses every month for acquiring customers. You learn that you can get up to 20% on all the commissionable revenue of your personal customers. You learn that you get 4% of your team's customers through 5 levels of growth. Now what I'm going to show you is the upfront bonuses when those new people that join your team get some customers. So here's how it works. We'll just start from the beginning and work ourselves to the right. So you just started in ACN. Your first goal is to become CQ, and that's customer qualify. So how do you do that? You do that by acquiring personal customers totaling just 3 services and 7 points. So obviously I've seen people do this in their first 2 hours of becoming an ACN IBO. But I do want you to know you can take as long as you want to do this. You can do this in your first week. You can do this in your first month. You can do this in 6 months. That's up to you. Okay, but when you do, congratulations, you're now considered CQ or customer qualified. But what I do want you to know is that everything I'm going to show you here in these bonuses, if you want to earn bonuses for these first 3 customers, you have to do it within the first 30 days of your start date. Now, your next goal is to follow the plan, and that is to become ETL. First, how do you hit ETL? You do it by just acquiring a total of 30 customer points between you and your team. The only rule is that a minimum of 3 services and 7 points have to come from you. So with that being said, you can acquire all 30 customer points yourself. If you choose to do so, congratulations, you just earned the position of executive team leader. Or obviously, if you build a team to help you do it, it's easier. So here's another example. Let's say you acquired customers totaling 15 points yourself, and you introduced 1 person who joined your team, and they also acquired customers totaling 15 points. Well, if you add that up, congratulations, you are at 30 customer points, and you just earned the position of executive team leader. Now, why do you want to earn this position? The way I like to describe it is as you move to the right, you're going to get paid more, but you're going to get paid better. Just remember how I described that. You're going to get paid more and you're going to get paid better. At the executive team level, you will now get overriding customer acquisition bonuses. This is where it starts. So now, as an ETL, whenever you introduce someone to ACN and they get started, when they get their first 3 customers within the first 30 days of their start date and they become CQ, from this point forward, you will also earn a $50 overriding cab when everyone on your team does the same thing. Now, see that arrow under the $50? Let me tell you what that means. That means it's unlimited levels. That means if you're the executive team leader and you have an IBO join your business who gets their first 3 customers in 30 days of their start date, congratulations, you earn a $50 bonus on them. Now, if someone joins your second level, your third level, your fourth level, it does not matter how many people join your team, every single new person joining your business now, from this point forward, when they get their first 3 customers in 30 days of their start date, you'll earn $50 in each and every single one of them. So clearly, it's better to be an ETL than it is to be just CQ. So you're going to have people on your team that are going to want to work their way up for the same reason, right? So let's say someone on your team also became an executive team leader. Now that could be someone on your level 1 or level 3, but somebody also earned the same position as you. From that point forward, they will pick up the bonuses on their team. And at that point, you will not earn overriding cabs on them. Now, this is your incentive to move up to the next position, which is RC. Now, how do you hit RC? To become an RC, you need a total of 200 customer points in your team. Now, again, you can get all 200 yourself or between you and a team. It's easier to have a team help you do it. The only couple rules, number 1, is out of those 200, a minimum of 15 customer points have to come from you. The second rule is we'll allow you to count up to 100 customer points in any one team. Now, why do we do that? We don't want everyone to just have one team and everybody gets to override one power leg, we'll call it. All right. As you build a business, you'll understand more of what I mean. But here's a visual of you becoming RC. So let's look at this. In this example, you acquired customers totaling 20 points yourself. Good job. And now let's say you have 3 teams that are growing. Now, even though you only see one person there, those individuals represent 1 or more people. I just don't have enough room on this screen to show you a network of people. Okay, but so let's say that those individuals represent 1 or more people in those teams, and your first team accumulated 30 customer points, your second team has 120 customer points, and your third team has 50 customer points. All right, let's see if you earn the position of RC. Oh, well, good. You're obviously over 200, so congratulations. You achieved that. Let's look at the second rule. You need 15 personal customer points yourself. Did you do that? Yes, you're at 20, so you're clearly over 15. The third rule is we'll allow you to count up to 100 points in one team. So let's take a look at your teams. You have one team there you see that is over 100. It's 120 points. That's good, right, for building a business, but for purposes of getting this promotion, we'll allow you to count 100 of those. Okay, so let's add it up. Okay, you're still at 200. Congratulations, you just became an RC. I just want to spend a moment on this because I really want any of you that are serious about this business, get to RC as soon as you can, because as soon as you achieve this position, you're now going to start getting paid better for leading and paid better for helping other people on your team start building their businesses. Okay. So as I said, you get paid more, you get paid better. Let's talk about the more first. So the minute you get promoted to RD, first of all, congratulations. But from that day forward, any new people that join your business, they become IBOs. When they get their first 3 customers and become CQ in the first 30 days of their start date, instead of $50, ready for this? That now increases to $150. And that's unlimited levels of new IBOs that you're working with until you get to an ETL. Now, again, remember the previous position when you were an ETL? If you had an ETL on your team, you earned 0 on overriding customer acquisition bonuses. Well, that changes now. As an RC, that 0 now becomes $100. Now look at that ETL. See that arrow that just popped up under ETL? Let me tell you what that represents. That means unlimited levels of ETLs. So when you become an RC, anyone in your team that has not reached the same position as you as RC, we'll call that your open line production, meaning every single person on your team, no matter what level they are, when they help new people get started in ACN and they help people get their first 3 customers in the first 30 days of their start date, not only are your ETLs earning their overrides, but you will get no less than $100 or $150 on every single new person joining your business who gets CQ in the first 30 days of their start date. So just imagine that, right? How many people would you like to see joining your team every day, every week, every month? Can you imagine having a couple people a week, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 people a week joining your team? And that's not you, that's between you and your team working together. So this has to get you excited when you start realizing what this can start adding up to every single week. Now, these bonuses are also released on a weekly basis. So as earned, you will be earning these bonuses every single week. Now, RC is clearly better than ETL. So again, you're going to have some people that are going to strive to become RCs in your team for the same reason that you did. And you want this, okay? So let's just say someone becomes an RC in your team. From that point forward, that individual will pick up this RC override on their team. You will no longer get an override from that point forward. Now, I've heard people say, well, why would I want someone to become an RC? The reality is these upfront bonuses are designed to pay you now, but they're designed to fund you for getting customers between you and your team. What you really want is customers and revenue and residual income. So every time somebody moves up in the plan in your team, for example, let's say someone became an RC, as you see, that means for them to achieve that, they have no less than 200 or more customer points in their team, which means they've generated customers, they've generated revenue, and your residual income is growing. So really what you want is everybody on your team to get promotions, because that drives up the customers, revenue, and residual income. But this is also your incentive to move to the next position. So if I pause here for a moment, please, if you're new, get to RC as soon as you can. You can see you clearly get paid well to help people in your team. You're helping all your ETLs and your CQs. You're getting paid well to do it. But really what I want you to set your sights on, any of you that are really serious about the business, get yourself to RD as soon as you possibly can. This is where it gets incredible. That's the best way I'm going to describe it to you. So first of all, how do you achieve RD? First of all, it's just like RC, it's just more. When you have a total of 600 customer points between you and your team, and you need at least 15 of those customer points yourself, and then we'll let you count up to 200 customer points in any one team. Once you've done that, congratulations, you've just earned the position of regional director, okay? Now let's talk about this position. When you hit regional director, you get paid more, you get paid better. But check this out. This is what's got to, I get excited sharing this with all of you, okay? So here you are, you became an RD. So the minute you get promoted to RD, when you introduce new IBOs to the business and they get their first 3 customers in the first 30 days of their start date, instead of $150, that now gets increased to $250 through unlimited levels of new IBOs joining your business. And until you get to your first ETL or to your ETLs, right? Like I showed you before, in your previous position, you can see you earned $100 as an overriding cab over your ETLs. That now increases to $200 over all and unlimited levels of your ETLs. And remember the previous position, if you had an RC in your organization, you didn't earn bonuses over your RCs, but guess what, as an RD, you do. That now goes to $100. So let me stop here. This is considered your RD open. That means nobody in your team has reached the same position as you, regional director. That means that every single person in your organization, no matter what level it is, you know, if you have RCs, if you have ETLs, if you have new IBOs you're working with, doesn't matter. Every single person that joins your business, when they get their first 3 customers in 30 days of their start date, you're earning $100, $200, or $250 on each and every single one of them. So this is the position you get paid extremely well to lead and to help other people. And guess what? RD is so much better than RC and all the other positions. You're going to have people that are going to run for this position too as well, which you want. If you have somebody that also reaches RD in your team, this is the first position that it does not go to 0 when somebody reaches the same level as you. We call this a generational bonus. So imagine you're an RD somewhere, somebody on your team also became an RD. When they do, you will still continue to get a $100 override on every new person joining their business who gets their first 3 customers in the first 30 days of their start date. Now just freeze and look at this. If this doesn't get you excited, I don't know what could possibly get you excited. If you're an RD, imagine I'm an RD and I'm on your team. I'm getting paid the same bonuses you are on the team I'm building, and you're still getting a $100 override on everyone in my team who's getting their first 3 customers. So as an RD, if you have an RD in any one of your teams, that's okay. If you have a bunch of RCs, a bunch of ETLs, IBOs, you're making anywhere from $100 to as high as $250 on every single new person joining your business when they get their first 3 customers in 30 days of their start date. So how much momentum would you like to see created at this level? I will tell you this, your first goal, get yourself to RD as soon as you can. Okay, get promoted. You want to get that promotion, but more important, you want to build a healthy business. How many new IBOs are joining your team, that are getting customers every day, every week, every month. So get yourself to RD, create momentum, then you can set your sights on the top 2 positions, RVP and SVP. Now, I'm not going to break these down for you at this point. For any of you that's watching this, focus on getting yourself to RD first. Create that momentum. But I will let you know that when you do become an RVP and an SVP, it just gets better, much better. You get increased bonuses over and above everything I just showed you. You get recognition. You get incentive trips. You get increased residual income beyond the 5 levels that I discussed with you earlier. So let me show you that. So remember earlier when I said you get up to 20% of your own personal customers, and you get 4% on 5 levels of when your team grows? Well, guess what? If your team grows to 5 levels, I'm sure you all realize it's going to grow to a 6th level. It's going to grow to a 7th level, an 8th level, and beyond. Okay. So when you become an RVP and SVP, in addition to these 5 levels, we're going to give you as an RVP up to 3% below your 5 levels, as an SVP up to 3.5% below your 5 levels. Now, look, you can't pay everybody on the same thing. That's why this particular percentage is reserved for the top 2 positions in ACN. But I will tell you, long term, when you build a massive business, this will be the greatest and most positive impact to your residual income. So I want you to imagine your team, and again, this is just an example, your team going to 10 levels, 20 levels. Can you imagine your team going to 20 levels and you're an SVP, and someone 20 levels down gets started in ACN and they start acquiring customers, and you're getting up to 3.5% of the customers that they acquire when they pay their bills every single month. So that is, ultimately long-term, what you want to do is eventually work your way to the top position in ACN, which is SVP, and you're going to be paid this incredible overriding residual income. So with all this being said, I will tell you that just remember, the business is simple. It's about each of us doing a little bit. We're each going to acquire some customers. We're going to introduce other people who do the same, and so on. And eventually, over time, if you stick with this, you can build a big business for yourself. So I appreciate all of your time, and I wish you all the very best of success. Thank you, everybody.